guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. Hope you're all doing really well. I hope you're having a great day and get some coffee. We got the Fox today. Look at this thing. It's the cutest mug ever. It's way cuter than your mug. Don't even try. Don't even try that with me. Okay. What are we doing? We've got stuff on my keyboard. The heck's going on? Okay. We've got a plus 15 Necrotic Wake today on the PTR, and we are doing the Primal Lava Actuators build. Okay? So we're doing Lashing Flames, Hot Hand, Fire Nova, and then we have Primal Lava Actuators, which says when your Flame Shocks deal damage, they buff your next Lava Lash up to 9 stacks, and they reduce the cooldown of your Lava Lash, because Lava Lash has about a 9-second cooldown. So if you get enough Flame Shocks spreading, it reduces the cooldown of Lava Lash by a significant amount. It almost makes it like a 2-second cooldown, and you can just keep spamming it over and over again. And if you get a Hot Hand proc, you can just spam it forever. It has like basically no GCD. So the point of this build is to press Flame Shock once, and then you spread it with Lava Lash now, because in 9.2 we get to do that. So you get free Flame Shock spreading, and then you detonate the Flame Shocks with Fire Nova. And we are Venthyr, so the Chain Harvest will be adding Flame Shocks to all of our targets as well. And then you detonate those with Fire Nova as well. So that's how this build works. This is not the Chain Harvest build, which is the Skybreaker's Elemental Shaman Legendary, where your Flame Shocks are critting all the time and reducing the cooldown of your Chain Harvest. This is not that build. Instead, this is more of like the funnel style build, where we're taking all of our Flame Shock spread that we get for free, and we're funneling that damage with Lava Lash into one target. And you're going to see multiple examples in this dungeon of where I'm funneling damage. Another disclaimer about this dungeon is that it's an absolute catastrophe and failure. I'm not even going to show you every single boss, because the final boss was such a disaster. I'm not even going to show it. It was so bad. Multiple people here just didn't seem to quite know what they were doing. Not multiple people. The rogue in particular was an absolute disaster, and I'm sorry for all you guys who have played rogue, outlaw rogue in particular. There's an outlaw rogue in here, and he's just really bad. So we're going to get to that. But this is what we're doing. Big fire damage, and then we're funneling that fire damage into single targets. We are running Theatar as well, so we're going to get Tubbins and Gubbins, giving us 550 mastery when they drop that shade. And it's actually more... It works out more often than you think it would. I actually thought it was bad because you have to move it. You have to move around a lot, and you might move out of the shade. But it actually just works out pretty well. So, let me get all this other stuff going here. Let me get this up. Put it over there. Let's mute it. Mute Twitch. Okay, my notes are here. Okay, here's the opener. All right, we're doing a big poll. We're doing the fire build. Lashing Flames, Hot Hands, Fire Nova. Let's do this. There you go. And wolves. And sorry, one second. And we have the elemental wolves, obviously, because of the tier set bonus, which says that your wolves have a chance to create another wolf. So you want as many wolves as you can because you get the bonus. Yes, I know that my cameras are flipped today. I don't know what happened. I was recording a different video and I had my camera moved over to the right, over there. And anyway, I forgot to change the back. So just deal with it, okay? Here's the opening pull. Big AOE, big uncapped AOE here would be better, obviously. So we don't have uncapped AOE, right? Of course, we're not Doomwinds. But this build is still good. We're still doing 20k right now. See that damage? 20k. We only have 6 targets. 25k almost. Look at the damage. You don't have to have uncapped AoE, guys. This is going to be I'm going to sing this song till the day I die. You can see how much better that is. And we got the cooldown of Chain Harvest back twice. 27k AoE there. Like, you're just pressing Lava Lash, like, repeatedly. It's insane. The damage is really good. It's going to go down here because of the Spitefuls and stuff, but you guys... So cool. I hate Spitefuls so much. We had Spiteful. The guy put all the affixes on this key like an absolute Chad, which apparently we weren't able to handle, but... you see our damage there, okay? We're doing like 25k damage on AoE. There's nothing wrong with that. It's going to be fantastic in Mythic Plus. That was like 10 targets. And even with our 6 target cap, on Flame Shock and Fire Nova, we still did 25k. So yes, other classes are going to do 40k if they have uncapped AoE, but 25k is great. You're still contributing a lot of damage to your team. And Spiteful's...
Look at our damage there. That was huge.
Spiteful's the worst thing.
That's a great pull
on the planet. I hate Spiteful so much. Okay, let's switch to 2955. Okay, we're gonna go here.
Relic here.
So let me just pause. We do have the new affix, guys. I'm just going to explain it one more time really, really quickly. You get the 3 relics, the the Woe, and the Vi relic. Whichever relic you kill first, that is the Automa that's going to spawn. So you have to kill all 3 relics, but if you kill one of them first, if you kill the relic first, you'll get an Automa. Then you kill the Automa, then you get the buff from the Automa. The buff is massive cooldown reduction, health, and mana back. The Woe relic gives you stealth and movement speed, and the Vi relic gives you haste and on-hit cosmic damage. Now, they're all good in different moments, right? You want all of them in different moments, but we don't have Tormentors anymore. We just have these buffs. So you're gonna see here. I think we get the relic down first. It also adds AOE to every boss fight, which is super cool and super great. Like it's an awesome thing. Maybe we just we left the Woe relic over there. That's unfortunate. We need to pull that relic. So we don't even get this buff. We're not getting the buff right now because we don't have the Woe. We didn't kill the Woe relic. Anyway, you'll see our damage here is pretty good. In the opener, our damage will just keep going up. It'll keep going up. You'll see. We really messed that up there. We needed to pull that Woe relic. Anyway, this group was rough. I'm sparing you guys from how awful this dungeon run was. But see, our damage is just climbing, right? 17, 18k now. It was at 15k. We're almost at 18k now. Sundering coming up. Yep, now we're past 18k. We just keep climbing. This build really is kind of a ramping build. We're at 19k now. We're almost at 20k on a boss. 20k on a boss fight. Look at that. This is how this build works. It's sort of like an affliction.
It's going well. Look at our damage. It's pretty good.
Warlock. I mean, not
the
quite.
Consistency, right?
That's just what I wanted to show you there. It's really, really cool. If you keep doing this, you keep ramping, you keep building up, eventually you get a hot hand proc, and then your damage will just ramp and ramp and ramp and ramp until you're like just doing crazy amounts of damage on fights, and it's really, really fun to see. So we end up dying on this fight because it's just, again, it's really rough. I'm gonna spare you guys. We redo this first boss fight, so let's skip ahead. Again, I don't think we do the relics correctly. Oh, we get all 3 of them this time. So look, we've got the Vi relic targeted. I guess we're gonna kill the Vi one this time. I think the one's better, but the point is we actually get the relic this time, which is good. Our damage is huge right away, 18k right off the bat, 16k. We're off to the races. There's the relic. There's the Automa. So, we did kill the one first. We did, right. This is good. So watch this. There's this Automa right here. We're going to kill him in a minute. He stays in the friggin' puddles for like ever. Because I think the other shaman summoned his elemental, which is okay. He was just trying to keep everybody safe. Watch when he dies here. Okay, we're going to get a buff, and we're going to get cooldown reduction on our abilities.
Okay,
watch our
haste now.
Watch Chain Harvest. Look at Chain Harvest.
Oh, we got the Look at the cooldown reduction.
Yeah,
that's more like it. There's a cooldown reduction on our abilities.
Here's what I don't know. This was bugged, I think. People were saying this is bugged, and that still looks to me like it's giving us maybe the same amount of cooldown reduction that it did before. I can't quite tell. The Covenant abilities seem to be cooling down much, much quicker than other abilities.
Oh, we got the
For example, look at our Sundering right now. Sundering has 18 seconds left. See this? Sundering has 18 seconds. And Chain Harvest has 32. Watch how quickly Chain Harvest goes down versus Sundering.
Okay, we got haste now.
Look at them. See, Sundering's going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Oh, we got the Look at the cooldown reduction.
The Covenant abilities are going like...
There's a cooldown reduction.
They're going like 3 or 4 times faster.
Abilities.
So, I think it's still bugged. I do think it's still bugged, unfortunately.
I think they fixed it, so it's not quite as crazy as it was before.
Zuko, you're wrong, you idiot from the past. who
Gotta focus the worms
didn't
down.
have time to analyze this video. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to show you some of the damage we had there, and you get AOE on all the bosses now, which is really, really great. Let's move ahead because this again, this is another disaster. It becomes a 39-25. Here comes a good example of funnel. This is what this build does well. Funnel damage. We have a priority target over here, the Necromancer. Once you kill him, all the other minions die. So we're going to spread Flame Shocks. We're going to get the buffs to our Lava Lash rolling, and then we're going to funnel that Lava Lash damage into the Necromancer. Okay? Spread a Flame Shock. I'm going to spread one more Flame Shock here. Then I'm going to Lava Lash onto it. It spreads it for free. We detonate it, and then we're just funneling. Hot hand procs.
We're just trying to funnel all of our damage into this one guy, right?
Look at our damage right now. 21, 22k. 28k. 28k right now. Our damage is fine. It's fantastic. 28k, we're funneling it into that Necromancer, and then everything dies. Like, look at that pull. That was a great pull. That has more than 6 targets, right?
We're just trying to funnel all of our damage into this one guy, right?
I can't tell how many targets there are. 1, 2, 3. There might be 7 targets there. This is just so good for us. This is exactly what we want. That's great. Look at that. 27, 28k AoE. But we're also being able to funnel the hot hand procs all into the one Necromancer target. That's what you want to do, guys. That's what you want to do with this build. So that's a really great example. Let's skip way ahead to 46 because we end up dying a bunch of times on the next pack. Another good example of funnel. A little bit smaller example, but there's another Necromancer. Flame Shock into Lava Lash spread and detonate it with Fire Nova. Got a hot hand proc right away.
We're just going to keep hitting the same guy with Lava Lash.
Funnel, funnel, funnel.
So we're funneling all of our damage that we're getting. I did not think that was going to hit me. That's my bad.
I was an idiot right there. I shouldn't have got hit there, but I did. So our damage is not as...
in the sense that we get to spread Flame Shocks, which buff our Lava Lash, and then you push that Lava Lash damage into one target.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool way to play. You just shove all that damage into one target, but you're still doing, like, cleaving your Flame Shocks, and then the Fire Novas do damage, so you still have AoE. It's just that you're able to take that AoE and just go whoop, right into one target. Very, very cool. So, that's that. Let's go uncapped AoE. Here's a moment where uncapped AoE would be better, once again. And you're going to see that our damage is actually just fine. So there's a huge pack coming up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 targets here. So here we go. 10 target AoE. Spread with Lava Lash. Here's our damage coming up here. 25k. 30k. 27k there. Like, that's pretty good. Again, you're gonna have
There's a random relic just chilling here.
We just killed the other relics with the pack there. We forgot to pull in the relic, but that's again another example of uncapped AoE essentially, where uncapped AoE would be quote unquote better to have. But this is only a 15, but imagine if this was like an 18. The mobs would last longer and we would get even more damage because our Flame Shocks would continue to tick. Like, it's just, you know, this is almost not even a great example, but you can see 27, 30k for a second here. Really, really good. It's actually not bad, even if you have more than 6 targets, which is where our prime Enhancement Shaman is prime at 6 targets. That's where we want to be, but it's okay even if you get more than 6. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay, we have to switch videos because this game somehow split my Twitch thing into 2 VODs, but that's okay. We're on to the next VOD. So we are up above. We're past the second boss, and we're moving into Stitchflesh, the third boss. We're moving into his room. You have to clean out his room before you fight him, right? So this is a good example right here of smaller 3-target cleave. Look at how good this is. You can get Flame Shocks on each target, and you can press Lava Lash on each target to get the Lashing Flames buff. This is really good. Look at our damage.
If we can get it.
Look at our damage compared to everybody else here. If we got a Hot Hands proc here, it would be disgusting. But it's just really good. Like, we're almost doing double damage of everybody else because this is how good our damage can be in these low target situations. Other other characters that focus on uncapped AoE just aren't going to have this kind of damage when it comes to small cleave like this. So it's really cool. There's other classes like
This is so weird. This rogue, he's doing like, I don't even know how he's doing that little damage.
this outlaw rogue is really struggling, but there's other classes like arms warrior and with like sweeping strikes, and then also warlock with havoc warlocks like that are just throwing chaos bolts at multiple targets. They're going to be really good in these situations as well. But we are another one of those classes now because we can spread flame shocks for free. We can detonate them. We can get lashing flame buffs going really fast. The cleave is quite strong. So that's good. Now I think we need to move forward. What is the next 215? Here we go. Let's go here. Always have strong 4 to 7 cleave with no targets. We have 4 targets here. We have no cooldowns really at all because that's just how this version of the class works. We have spirit wolves, but not really. Like we don't have a 3-minute cooldown we're pressing, right? It's just consistent damage. We're getting about 10, almost 12k here. And then I get a Spiteful. I hate Spiteful so much. I hate Spiteful so much. You're going to see it right here.
I hate Spiteful so much.
I was so triggered, man,
It's
at this
such
point.
a dumb affix, man. It's so stupid.
It's a really, really stupid affix. It's like nothing is more anti-melee than... Then we get back up here, and like there's one more thing I wanted. Oh yeah, watch this. Watch what happens here. Watch my face. I start clicking my buffs again. Look at my face. Look at this. I just hit lust. I clicked lust, and I'm looking at the buff bar. I'm looking at the buffs in the top right hand corner of my screen. I'm like, oh my god, did I just screw us with lust?
Oops, won't matter.
Oops, won't matter. I was just like, in my head, I was like, oh my god, 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 I hit lust. It won't matter because we still have 2 minutes on our lust debuff. Thank God, or I would have screwed us right there. And by the time this will come back within 5 minutes before we fight the boss. So anyway, it was just a really funny moment where I hit that. Okay, let's get to the ending of this video, which is going to be Stitch Flesh. This is the end of the video. Let's go to about 6 minutes and 10 seconds. There's so many portions of this dungeon where you're forced to fight only like 4 to 6 mobs. This happens in this dungeon. It happens in Miss Satyrna's side. You guys have heard me say this a million times. In Sanguine Depths, there's lots of 4 to 6 target cleave moments. In Theater of Pain, there is classically so many moments where you can only fight 4 to 6 to 7 targets. So there's so many dungeons in this expansion, guys. Tons of dungeons where we are forced into fighting a lower amount of mobs, where uncapped AoE doesn't matter anymore because the capped AoE guys are able to do their damage just as well as the uncapped ones. Uncapped doesn't matter because you only have 6 targets, right? So I just really want to emphasize that
from the shaman here.
It's really cool. Rogue died again.
Our flame shocks.
I was really dialed in here. You can see the damage is just fine. I'm not even playing this perfectly well. I could be doing way more damage, but the point is that...
Look at, we're doing big damage. It's huge.
This is where our bread and butter is. If we can spread flame shocks and hit them with lava lash for the lashing flames buff, it's so good, guys. It's just so good.
So much?
We're doing like 40% more damage than anybody else here in this 4-target cleave situation because that's just where we shine. That's how this works. That's how it works.
Give him some help. Give the man some help.
Okay, boss fight time. Let's move forward.
The rogue died again. He's having a hard time.
Okay, here's Stitch Flesh. I'm saying I think we should kill They're wondering about the relics because the buff just gives you so much cooldown reduction, but we'll see what happens when the live servers go because it might not work that well. So the other problem is that even though we kill all the relics here, it's completely bugged. You're going to see we kill all 3 relics and nothing happens, and it's very sad. So a relic should spawn right now, but it didn't. So whatever, it's fine. Hopefully Blizzard fixes this. I'm going to submit a bug report. Here we pull him down. We lost. We blow cooldowns. I'm gonna use my Forge Hammer on him. That's buffing my damage, so it's actually bad. The on the PTR, all of the weapons are being added into the damage of the characters. So like the tank right now has also thrown a weapon. That's why he's doing 25k like single target, and I'm doing 15k because I threw a weapon. So just keep that in mind here.
Did we not get the? Yeah, it feels
But
like
we
they
didn't get
bugged
the
out.
buff, unfortunately. Morbid Fixation on the Druid. Wait, did we skip ahead? We did, right? Yeah, here we go. Sorry, we skipped ahead really far. Here we go. Lust, Hammer, and we go. So this is pretty good. We actually do this fight really well. I want to show something about this fight in a second. Again, we're getting free Flame Shock spreading. Okay, I wasn't too far behind. I'm sorry. Free Flame Shock spreading is amazing on boss fights in particular because it allows us to press more important buttons, which gives our damage really a big boost. Watch this. The next hook, these guys actually nail it. He actually gets to the stage. Look at that. Well done.
Like he nailed it.
That was really well done. That's what you have to do. In case you don't know, the first hook has to go to the stage, right, to pull the boss down. The second hook you want to throw at the boss while he's down with you to stop him from casting Morbid Fixation. So we messed that up. The third hook has to go back towards the stage, even though Stitch Flesh won't jump to the stage until right before the hook is about to go off. Just make sure you do that.
Nicely done.
That saves the key. Or the not
Actually,
the key.
That probably saved the fight.
The fight.
I don't think we were gonna get it without that.
It certainly doesn't save the key because the tank dies.
Oh.
Then I die. Druid gets him up right away, which is good. We pull him out of Morbid Fixation. Look at that. That's what you got to do. You want to pull him out of Morbid Fixation, which we did. Got lucky. And then they end up finishing him off, which is great. That's the last part I want to show you. But
get him. Oh no, Yannick's dead.
What I wanted to really showcase was, you know, these funnel moments.
Good job.
Especially in this video here, something like this. We pulled some blade pegs. Cool. Cool. Be weak. It's tough. These are tough affixes, but that's okay. These moments here when you can get like big AoE funnel damage. So we're funneling into the Necromancer once again. You're going to see our damage goes real big here, right? Big AoE. We're just trying to funnel all of our damage into this one guy, right? Right, so there you go. 21, 22k. It ends up getting closer to 30, which is fine, but you can just see like there's so many moments here where our damage is really strong on AoE, even in a situation that is considered to be uncapped AoE, we're still doing all right. We're doing fine. We're doing like 25k damage. Let's go to the very first pull because it doesn't have any buffs from any of the dungeon buffs. Like, look at this. Watch this at the beginning.
All right, we're doing a big pull. We're doing the fire build. Lashing Flames, Hot Hands.
No extra
Fire
buffs
Nova.
for us here. No extra help. This is just raw DPS from us. Flame Shock, spread it with Lava Lash. Flame Shock's coming back off cooldown. One more Flame Shock, spread, and then you detonate with Fire Nova. Boom. Here we go. We're doing 20k. Look at our damage. We're going to climb here. 20k. 21k. Look at the cooldown of Chain Harvest. It's coming back so quickly, all on its own, without even having Skybreakers. 26k. Big damage. 26k.
You can see how much better that is. And we got the cooldown of Chain Harvest back twice.
28k. Like, that's the stuff I really just want to highlight.
You're just pressing Lava Lash.
26 to 28k. Like, that's just us. You know, it's really, really good. So, my conclusions here are that this build is going to be fantastic. Of course, that's what you guys know I'm going to say. But I do really honestly think moving into 9.2, there are so many builds coming up for Enhancement Shaman. There is a Primal Lava Actuators build here, which I would consider to be a funnel build. You can take all these Flame Shock spreads that you're getting for free and funnel them into single target damage. You can run this as a Necro as well and get the haste buff from the Primordial Wave lightning bolts that are going out because you spread so many Flame Shocks. You press one Flame Shock, then you press Lava Lash, then you Primordial Wave somebody, and then you've got 4 targets for your lightning bolt already. You press your lightning bolt, you're going to get like 100% haste for 10 seconds. And then you just Lava Lash, get all your lashing flame buffs rolling. It's really cool. So there's a Necrolord version of this as well. There's a Skybreakers version where you're getting Chain Harvest cooldowns going really fast, right? It struggles more on single target. The Skybreakers one does. Whereas this version, the Primal Lava Actuators build, has really good single target damage because you get Hot Hand procs, and you can take some of the AoE that's being added to every boss fight and funnel that into the boss. Like the relics that have spawned, the Automa that spawns afterwards, those all boost your AoE. You can just put Flame Shocks on them and give your Lava Lash more funnel damage into your targets. So there's so many different versions of this build that are going to be coming up. There's the dog build with Witch Doctor Wolf Bones and probably going Night Fae, right? And then you get maximum cooldown reduction on your dogs. That's probably going to be the premier single target build for raid. There's just so many great builds going on, guys. But I just wanted to show you, in particular, the AOE potential of this Primal Lava Actuators build, which I would argue has less AOE than Skybreakers, but it still does really, really well. The Hot Hands procs that you're getting and the Lava Lash cooldown reduction that you're getting and the damage is so strong. And look at our numbers here. Like this is what you're going to be able to do all the time in your Mythic Plus dungeons. So that's that, guys. That's the video. That's Primal Lava Actuators on the PTR. I finally got to get into a dungeon, even though it was a disaster. It actually got to showcase really how powerful this build is going to be in 9.2. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the subscriptions and for the likes. Thank you for the comments in particular. Let's keep the conversations going in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.